hour mark here today on stream. God damn. All right, GLHF. This is the rematch. We're going to play Black Jacket Composer. Awesome, awesome. Knight of 3, Knight of 6, per usual. No need to get too crazy. OMG, I can't believe this was 7 hours. I know. I know. Yeah, and I mean, I'm the one who's sitting here like talking to myself / chat, right? Okay. We got D4. We're going to play D5. We're not going to get too crazy. All right, C3, C6. This is what I like to call the 5D Ruy Lopez. Just because it's like 75% of all games. Aha, we're facing this again, which is what we played against Mage in game 2 when we misclicked. What we did there was the immediate Knight BD7, preparing Knight B6. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy to do that again because I think the system was good and I think that we messed up. Hopefully we don't mess up again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I do appreciate the opportunity that Black Jacket is giving us. The fact that Black Jacket is giving us an opportunity to redeem ourselves here and see how the game would have played out if we hadn't misclicked. That's generous. I appreciate it. Or maybe that was before they hopped on the stream. What a 7 hours it's been, though. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Queen back immediately. Did it work? I think it worked. I think we fended him up. I think we still want to do this. Just to always give ourselves... we want to open the eyes of this bishop again because it's really valuable. To defend f7 or to threaten shenanigans of our own. I like it. I like it there. So if bishop out here... I'm liking this thing that Romad's done in the past. I'm just going to keep crediting with him with it because I think that's where I think this was Romad's game. I forget if it was when he was black or when he was white, but it was against Lexi. I think it was game number 2, maybe. Those were really good games. But yeah, I think I saw this idea where instead of all the way to the F file, you play, either bishop e3 or bishop... Oh, okay. A little bit of this is happening. So that's cool. This bishop gets a little bit stuck, though. This bishop's kind of hard to activate in this situation. What we're going to do is go for the cheese. We're going to go for the cheese. I'm never going to not go for this cheese, man. Because he can't bring the bishop or the queen out to sack, so it's okay if I open the F file, right? So if we do this, and then he does a little bit of this, then we have the cheese. We have the delicious cheese. It's too good. It's too good a strategy. I just like it so much. The pattern of it is really like pleasing to me. And a Dreamer's already gone to bed, so nobody tell Dreamer that we went for this strat, the trap card. And I really want to see what happens, like how safe it is, this trap as well, right? Because there's always like the threat of it, but then if, I don't know, if like knight bd2 or something just like beats it. Probably if knight bd2 here, we actually play e6. No, we probably play bishop f5, either bishop f5 or e6. The reason being, like we're really happy with recapturing on the square with this pawn. Well, or actually we can just play bishop b6 because then if captures then takes, and the pawn here is nice because it kicks this knight, and if you're kicking this knight, then you afford yourself opportunities here to time travel to f2. So I really like these ideas. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it seems a little clumsy, but I really like this against this. I have to you know what I really have to do is get outside of my comfort zone a little. I have to watch a few more games of Andre's e3 and e6 place. Yeah, and we gotta get our opening repertoire a little more breadth here than it actually has. Good stuff. Our opponent's deep in the think tank. I don't blame him. It's scary. Okay. So we did see knight bd2. So I think we want to do this. The reason that we want to put the bishop here before we do this is so that if we recaptures, we don't want to keep this open here because that's super scary. Yeah, because if we recapture with the pawn and then we leave the route to f7 open, that's not so good. We do probably need to close up the f file at some point. But I like the aggro play. Actually, it still works if he puts bishop here. Maybe preparing to recapture. If we recapture, then we still have the cheese. I don't know if this is good. This might not even be good. It just takes away squares. You know, it takes away this entire diagonal, and it takes away these two squares. It kicks this knight. I like where this goes. The problem is that if we time travel to a point before that, then we don't have the knight to stir shit up. So, you know, it's not perfect. We also lose this outpost for our knight, but I don't know. I like it. I think it's interesting. And then if we frappuccino this bishop, I guess we're not. How are we really developing anything in this direction? Well, okay. If we get this square open, then then we can always bounce over with the knight, threaten some hijinks here, maybe like knight on f4, and then he can't recapture because then we have like bishop mates, that sort of thing. Interesting ideas. I'm not confident enough to recommend e3, e6, but I usually have very exciting games. That's evident. The games are super exciting, that's for sure. And I enjoy being a part of them. Yeah, they never feel crushing for either side. They're always incredibly dynamic positions. I don't know if I could pull it off, to be honest. Ooh. This is super interesting. I wonder how well this works. Because now we've got a time travel. Right? Now we have time travel opportunities. All right, or that's not the move that we make. But it's interesting because it's not super clear how I capitalize. Because I can't, like literally there's like a wall on the e file preventing my queen from actually getting out here and sacking onto this. Well, I mean, all you have to do is really do it with a bishop. So if this happens, I probably don't even frappuccino, to be honest. Maybe we push f. I mean, we push this eventually so that we can time travel onto the square where this is mate. Oh, does he get to time travel before we do? That's probably true, right? So we got to be really careful. We got to be careful if that happens. This here, maybe we even block here like this. Then we're no longer covering here. I don't know if it matters. Maybe if this happens, we kick the knight like this. No, because then if recaptures, we have to take with the pawn, and then we leave this knight undefended, so it doesn't work at all. Yeah, but if this happens, maybe we just sack the knight. We do this, and if the bishop wants to recapture, then that's excellent. And if it doesn't, well, if the knight recaptures, then takes, and then we lose the... But it's fine, because we're still playing for that time travel. The time travelino. Interesting opportunities for very dynamic positions here. We could even always... takes happened. Fantastic. What did I say we would do in this situation? We just take here, right? Yeah, we take, we kick this knight. If it goes here, fantastic. Because we've just got a ton of space for ourselves. Could probably kick it immediately. I mean, the issue is that we open up this file, so we probably have to play g6 here. But I mean, I like having this pawn here. Yeah, this bishop's doing a ton of work. We have to be maybe a little bit careful. We have to be maybe a little bit careful because if push is here, I mean, then we just recaptures here. And it's not like we have to... Wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Okay, this seems reasonable. I think we probably do one of these. Right? Prevent a sack from losing us the game on this diagonal, right? We could also do something like this, so that if sack's here, then we get to take back. Or maybe queen out here is fun. Hey, there's an idea. Queen out here is fun because it gets us like vision of this side of the board, and if takes, we recapture with the queen. So the question is, what's better? Something like this, something like this, something like this. I don't want him to be able to push, and then, you know, it's like a headache for us. The problem with here is that, you know, well, here we threaten the knight itself, right? We're also defending f7 twice, which is good. If here and then something like this happens, we can just recapture immediately. Something like this. Takes, but then there's no queen, and we get this open f-file, and then we can resack. And if doesn't do anything to defend this immediately. He got time travel opportunities, but again, that doesn't really matter. We're gonna do one of these. It sets us up for like the f7 travel in a good way. I'm not super worried about anything here. I mean, if this, then we recapture with the knight. You know, we're just happy. You don't even need to. We can recapture with basically anything. I think we're in a good position here. I think it's active. I think that the fact that we're kicking the knight is really crucial here, because we don't want to give the knight too many turns on that square, because it'll set up maybe like a time travel in the future. Oh no, he doesn't see that the knight is hanging. No, opponent, knight hanging. Or maybe he does, and this is all planned. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hey, you gotta retreat this. You gotta retreat this knight, man. That's important. You need that knight. Yeah, our opponent's bishops are just super undeveloped. Like, look, where does this bishop look? And this one too. Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. I think maybe I'll watch this game. Yeah, okay, going to go now was a great time, and then immediately, or maybe we'll watch this game. Looks exciting. Yeah, that's Andre's thought process in a nutshell. We gotta work. I gotta work on time management. Andre's gotta work on impulse control. That's just how it is. I can't leave mid game, right? Hey, you're preaching to the choir, man. I never leave mid game. I just wouldn't do it. Oh man, my hair getting a little frizz up top. Yeah, there we go. Oh, takes, no fear. Hell yeah, dude. Just look at this. Recognizes this bishop is a pain in his ass. Yeah, next he just does something like this, yeah. And then we trade off, and then maybe it looks like he's in a good position. Besides the fact that we've got an f7 sec. But, you know, seems decent enough to me, right? Like, it doesn't seem like positionally I like black better here, but you know, it's not like crushing or anything after the complete loss of this tempo with the queen, where he pulled it out and then pulled it back, you know. Yeah, this check here we take, no questions asked. Thank you very much. Keep the change. Now there are ideas of well, okay, this queen's done a good job of defending here. Obviously this knight is hanging. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, you know, how does he take advantage? Like, queen here, I think we trade this like every day of the week, and then we go for an f7 sack. We go for the cheeky f7 sack. What are the boards onto which we can f7 sack effectively? Here's where it opened up first. We don't have an immediate check that we can deliver even. Probably we want to f7 sack onto this board, right? Probably. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, is this the biggest brain play just of my existence? This is too high level for me, dude. This is over my head. If you're giving your opponent the benefit of the doubt when you see this happen, you're just terrified. You're like, wait, what is going on? One of us is about to get wrecked. You know? It's just no fear. Just queen f3 into a pot on e4. What the fuck? He's a braver soul than I am. Sometimes when I go for a walk and listen to music and then come back and I'm about to go in, but I'm in the middle of the track, so I'm like, nah. Dude, I do that all the time. I do that in a car a lot, especially with my siblings. Yeah, when I visit back home. Yeah, if it's the middle of the song, we'll just be sitting in the garage with the car running, you know, until we run out the track. So I like, nah, and then process can repeat. Yeah. Oh, if you get stuck in a loop, there's the crucial, like, mid-song, you got to cut yourself off. You got to be like, no. You know? Otherwise, yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah. Our opponent is deep in the think tank. I usually just like stop at the end and then walk back in silence. I see. Right. I don't go on enough walks, man. We don't have, I mean, most places in the US aren't set up. Silence is cool too. Silence is cool too. Ooh, wow. Thankfully, you know, f7's been defended since like the dawn of man. So we're not terribly worried about the situation. We're just gonna play a healthy skeptical g6. You know, ask our opponent what's really going on here. Yeah, if you want to sack here, that's totally cool. We've got both of the defenders on f7, right? This is why we played that queen move over the other queen move. Where I live is not super good for the walks. Yeah, silence is not there aren't two C's in silence. It's just SIL, but not a big deal. You just did it twice, so I was like, you know, it looks cool. What you mean? Maybe that's like a different thing than regular silence. You know, maybe that's an Andre special. Yeah, a lot of the US, you know, they're just like, I mean, if you're like in a super suburban place or like a super rural place, then you're good. But there isn't like a sidewalk culture in the States. You know, like most people just live near big roads and it's not good. Whoa, we're Jurassic AF. Not super Jurassic, actually. Okay. What is the most responsible way to deal with this here? We gotta ask our opponent, what are we doing? What's the plan here? What's actually going on? Tell us. Because here we kick the queen, and where does it go? What, here? Really? What can we do here ourselves? What's like the quickest way? What's the quickest way to mate? Maybe one of these. Maybe a good one of these. And then where do we go? We go. Well, okay. You know, let's calm down and let's just play this game. G6. G6 here seems safe. Don't allow the immediate f7. That's going to be trouble. You know, f7's defended. You know, we don't have the means to defend f7 twice. Yeah, if knight takes here, then we take back. If knight goes here, then maybe things could possibly get a little bit spicy. Or if we have knight e5. Knight e5 is kind of the weakness of this structure. Knight e5, and then maybe we just go knight d7, right? Knight e5, knight d7, and then it's like, you know, then we can block here. It's not a big deal. If a sack happens, we've got the bishop. We feel pretty good about that, I think, especially because we have timeline priority now. I think we're happy. If we go here, then we go to, so queen f5 results in f4 on this board, f3 on this board, f2 on this board. So we can time travel immediately. Is it like completely winning as a position? It's a good question, and it's not completely clear. It's not clear how he blocks because he, yeah, I think I really like that position for us. Yeah, okay, so the knight move happened that we expected to happen, so nothing new. I think we're gonna do a little bit of this. Right? We're probably gonna do a little bit of that. Seems sensible, you know. This knight's not doing enough over here. He's gotta come help out. You know, offense has to back up. It's like a soccer game. You know, you gotta help D, otherwise there's no point. There is an action over here. What are you doing in this outpost? I like this. Look at this. This is it's so fortified. Yeah, it takes here we're not super worried about. We just recapture. The more time our opponent wastes, kind of the happier that we are in this position. Where's this knight threatening on this board? Eventually. Okay, queen out. So we're looking for 2D mates here, which I respect. Now we can take here though, and it adds an extra defender. And it takes away an attacker. And we've got a piece defending f7 already, right? I think this is the play. It also kicks the queen, so then maybe this happens, but then how are you going to deal with what's the plan here? Yeah, we're definitely going to go for this. Because if capture's back, still, like, what do you do? You know, against like this situation? You know, if that takes and takes, and then we've got the queen looking there, and this queen here is also, you know, yeah, takes here just looks not great. I don't know. I'm happy with where we're sitting right now. I mean, I think, you know, the ambition, it's on point. You know, like this idea of the sack. Yeah. So it takes here, and then we do this, right? And then what happens? I mean, takes here, but then we recapture with the queen. Maybe our opponent doesn't see that. Maybe our opponent doesn't see that. Let's find out. Let's find out. What's nice is that this knight also defends the square here. Maybe he thinks takes here. And then we recapture, and then... yeah, and then we're sort of... Yeah, we're happy, right? We're happy with our position. If we captured, if captured the knight here or something like that, we had the cheeky, not that we would do the pawn recapture because it wastes our turn on this move. Or on this board, rather, on this timeline. Yeah, everyone has a car in the US. Yeah, exactly. It's US is just structured so differently compared to Europe. I mean, in the city, you know, in New York City has like public transport, but you know, basically nowhere else has like a good. Isn't like a metro system that's like functional. Question is, do we run our queen into this queen? Do we just recapture this queen? Probably, right? I think we just take this queen. Because then what does our opponent do? Yeah, we don't believe him. We don't believe our opponent. Takes the queen here might be the idea. But we always, you know, we can always just do this. Which threatens a time travel of our own. So I like this. You know, maybe the idea is this, but it doesn't quite get there, I'm afraid. I don't think. It doesn't look like it does. Got the bishops defending each other here. This queen is still defending here. I think this is fine. I think this is fine. I am, no one, believe me when I say, is more flabbergasted by this timer situation than I am. Consider my flabbers aghast. I cannot handle it. Here we just take. The queen defends. Okay. I think we've gotten over the threshold here. I think the venom, we managed to dodge the venom of the attack. City saves drive everywhere, yeah. I totally did silence mistake again. In Moscow, there are a lot of cars. So many, in fact, that has some of the worst traffic in the world. Wow. I mean, hey, I like having experienced Istanbul traffic like all my life. There are like 300 traffic related deaths like a day in like Turkey, I think, or something crazy like that. Yeah, big city traffic. Yeah, and it's like super, it's spread out, but it's also super tight knit. It's like maybe the fourth most populous metro area in the world or something like that, Istanbul. So, and you can't just widen all of the roads. That's just not how it works. Everyone's so crammed, and oh man, it's crazy. It's crazy traffic. Yeah, do we want to just do this travel now? This looks fun, right? Or do we want to wait a turn? Well, if we wait a turn, then the queen is out. And that's no bueno, right? Well, we can't do this because then it checks us. So we have to do it after we've taken the... We'll be patient. We'll play it cool. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna do a little bit of this. And we're gonna do a little bit of... That's fun. This is fun. Is this a fun move? I think this is a fun move. Yeah, why not? We're gonna do a little bit of this. A little bit of this action. And maybe we have cool plans of bringing our knight in. Opponent's got less than 2 minutes on the clock. I mean, we're just playing. We got this sack for days, right? And we just got this sack forever. Bring this knight in. And then just sack this bishop right here and then takes, And then we've got this. Oh, I see. I mean, that's certainly a move. We still got a queen up here. So we're not super worried about it. I think we probably open up our opponent's position here and just recapture here. Let our opponent have that one. We could also set up for the recapture from this board. Oh, actually, maybe we can't. But we're good with that, right? Yeah, to what extent do we really care? Probably not a lot. Yeah, because where's the time travel to? Here? Do we get the job done? Probably not, actually. Our queen's not on a dark square. Yeah, let's just take this. Let's just see where that puts our opponent. I'm good with this trade. This got surprisingly late game. Opponent can't open this up, so they have to open this up. So we actually have the mate on this board. So we're not too worried about this. Yeah, so when you open up here, similar to the mate we had the other day. Oh, it's actually the same mate that we had against Black Jacket last time, right? With the queen and then bishop and then bishop. So driving a car in Moscow can be a pain, and I just don't have a car, no driver's license. Yeah, I mean, big city, if you're a student, this is not going to happen. It's just really hard to live without one around here. Yeah. I've got a car of my own, so I drive everywhere. Yeah. Oh, he knows. He knows. Okay. So now we can take here. So yeah, the recapture happened here. Probably just kick the bishop. We're not worried about any like triagonals or anything, right? Probably kick the bishop here. Probably just take here, right? Probably just take here. And then we push this. And then we ask our opponent, what's up? This has been incredibly convoluted. I don't know why we did it this way. Alternatively, we could have brought this knight in here, threaten the travel here. Even that doesn't close out the game. We're taking it nice and slow. Our opponent is behind on the timer, though. He's got to make a move. Oh, ooh, the castle. Now it got interesting. Okay, here we do a little bit of this. Here, and we do a little bit of, actually we have several really interesting candidate moves here. Hold on. We have to think here of some really cute moves. Before this bishop came here, I actually liked the other move a lot better. This, and then take up here with check. Right? Yeah, why not? Let's do this. Seems fun. Our opponent's living off of the delay. 0 seconds remaining. Wow. Okay, so now we can always do this. Actually, that's defended by his king up there. Oh, no. Okay. Let's see. Probably one of these. Feels pretty good. Like that. And then bring our rook into the game. Question mark? Yeah. Why not? And then we have this mate when he moves the rook away. Many roads lead to mate here. Ah, okay. We went on time. Another buzzer beater and another one. GG. GG to our opponent. That was a tough spot. Yeah, well, we didn't even go for any time travels. We just like did it. We just did it out. GG. Too hard to think there. Oh yeah, with 0 increment there in the position that, come on, nobody's got nobody can come up with this on the fly. That was a really tough spot. But that was a really good game. That went so long. That was like 20 moves. GG, Black Jacket. That was good. And then I really liked that you saw, yeah, like the bishop here, to prevent or wherever that was, to prevent the same mate as last game with the queen. The bishop here, the bishop here, like capturing here would have been the same mate as last game, so he didn't fall for the same mate again. So that was excellent. GG. Spark Dragon 24 says, hey, it's Samet the Turk. I saw a stream with 5D chess, so I clicked to say hi and lurk from my bed 2 a.m. here. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy, Spark Dragon. Glad you came around. Thanks for the support. 2 a.m. here, so let's see. It's 9 p.m. here. 2 a.m. there is 5. So you're GMT 0, so maybe Britain time, the UK, something like that. 4 a.m. here, Andre's in Moscow. If you pick up the game, you have potential, Dragon. There's a meme in the 5D community. Oh, GMT +3. Okay, I didn't do the math right there in my head. +1. Moscow, Germany is, oh, it's 2 a.m. in Germany too. Okay, gotcha. Oh, 2 a.m. No, that's 5 hours. Oh, because we just sprang for right. Daylight savings just happened, so I'm a little off. So maybe Germany time. Yeah, I have a lot of viewers from Germany. Forgot that happened last week. Yeah, there's a meme that yeah, because a lot of the top players are just famously intensely sleep deprived, like Andre here, and Lexi and Romad. All these guys are just watching my stream, you know, and I'm like Eastern Standard Time. So it'll be like 4 a.m. there, and they'll be like, yeah, no, I'll pick up the next game. So that's what Andre means when he says you've got potential. But oh man, GG. That was a good game. Daylight savings happened in US, but not in Germany. It's it's crazy. I don't understand how it works. Yeah, trying to figure out like when it doesn't overlap with Turkey either. Weird system. Daylight savings. Who knows? At this point, I just always Google it. All right, let's rep our win. Rep W at Blackjacket. GG's. We're back over 1600. Huzzah! We did it. Nailed it. Sick.